3 hours left, a person who is in heaven and who you love very much. There is a quiet whisper that has been circling you for the past 3 nights, a voice that belongs to someone you love with your whole soul, someone who no longer walks among the living but remains with you more than you could ever know. That voice called out to God, again and again, not for themselves, but for you. That voice said your name with trembling tenderness and cried out with love that still burns like fire through the veil between life and eternity. And now, heaven has responded. This is no ordinary hour. This is not an ordinary message. The air around you is heavier because the spirits have gathered. The silence is louder because the angels have stopped moving. The hourglass has turned. The divine realm is watching you. There are only 3 hours left for you to understand what has been waiting to be shown. In these moments, nothing else matters more than this sacred moment of recognition. A divine revelation is unfolding right now, because your soul asked, and God never turns away from a sincere cry. The one who you miss so deeply, the one whose voice you replay in your heart when no one is watching, they are here, and they have come with permission. They have seen your suffering. They saw what you swallowed silently. They know what you endured in that house, in those nights when no one noticed the depth of your weeping. They know the betrayal. They know the lie. They know the way you were blamed for what was never yours to carry. They know because they never stopped watching you. Not for a moment. When you lit the candle and whispered their name, they heard. When you fell asleep holding something they gave you, they were by your side. When you said, "I wish you were here to tell me what to do," they did. And now, finally, they are allowed to speak more clearly through this message. What they are about to reveal was hidden for too long. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Yes, the one who wore kindness like a costume. The one who stood in your home and smiled with her mouth but cursed you in secret. The one who offered you help while hiding her plans. She is the one. Heaven knows. She was never for you. She was sent to drain, to confuse, to mislead. She played a role so convincingly that even angels watched in silence, waiting for the appointed hour to reveal the truth. That hour is now. You saw her lies before anyone did, but you doubted yourself. You thought maybe you were too sensitive. But God says no, you were discerning. You were not paranoid, you were prophetic. She feared that. That's why she tried to isolate you. She tried to make others turn against you. She borrowed your words, twisted them, returned them broken. And still, you stayed silent. Still, you prayed for her. Still, you chose love. God saw it all. Heaven recorded it all. Nothing escapes the gaze of the Almighty. And now the truth is rising like incense before the throne. God will not allow what was done in shadows to stay in shadows. Your tears built an altar. Your long nights were not wasted. The silence you kept has become your loudest cry, and God is answering. You thought that maybe they forgot you. That maybe God was too far. That maybe your prayers just dissolved into the air and never made it. But that was never true. Every whisper, every broken plea, every sentence you couldn't finish because the pain was too much, they reached heaven before they even left your mouth. God was never far. He was preparing this very moment. There is something else you must know. A door is about to close, one you tried to force open again and again. You thought that maybe if you were more patient, it would finally be the right time. But that door was never meant to stay open. The season is changing, and some people cannot walk into your next chapter. The woman God is exposing will not follow you into your restoration. She cannot. Do not be afraid when you begin to lose interest in things you once thought you couldn't live without. That's the sign that healing is working. Do not be alarmed when the phone calls grow silent. That is peace forming a wall around your soul. The people who leave in this hour are not your loss, they are your protection. You have been carrying someone's emotional weight for too long. You've been the one who checks in. The one who encourages. The one who remembers everyone's birthdays while no one remembers your storms. That's about to shift. You're not going to beg to be seen anymore. The spotlight of heaven is already on you. There's a breakthrough that has been circling your life for months, trying to find the right entrance. But your loyalty to the wrong people was blocking it. God waited until you were ready to let go. Now that you are, even slightly, even just barely, the breakthrough is rushing toward you. 3 hours left. Don't miss this. This isn't a countdown for fear. This is a countdown for divine alignment. Within these hours, your heart will receive clarity. There will be a moment where something clicks. A memory will return, a face will appear in a dream, a conversation will suddenly make sense. And in that holy moment, everything that was confusing will begin to dissolve. You won't need an apology. You won't need closure. You'll have peace, the kind that only God can give. The person in heaven who loves you is interceding. They've asked God for one thing, that your heart be protected in this next season. Because there's something big ahead. It's not small. It's not ordinary. It's bigger than what you even know to pray for. You've been asking for survival. God is planning abundance. You've been praying for just enough. God is releasing overflow. You've been asking to be healed. God is about to make you whole. You will not have to chase anymore. What's yours is about to find you. But first, obedience. Obedience to listen. Obedience to stay away from what God has told you to walk away from. Obedience to rest when He says rest. Some of the greatest battles are won in stillness, not in striving. There's something important in your kitchen. Yes, your kitchen. Check the space under the drawer. Look for what you forgot. There's something that holds a memory you need to see again. It's connected to the person who left this world but left their love behind. It will remind you of who you are. You are not broken. You are becoming. And this isn't just about spiritual awakening. It's about something very real. There's a document, a legal one, connected to your name that will be reviewed within 21 days. Heaven is working through the hands of someone you do not even know yet. They are being assigned to help you. Not because you asked them, but because God assigned them. Expect it. Prepare for it. Believe it. Nothing can stop it. Remember when you walked into that room and felt like you didn't belong? God was letting you see what He was removing you from. Not because you weren't good enough, but because you were too valuable to be contaminated by what was hidden in that space. That feeling wasn't insecurity. That was discernment. You walked away and didn't understand why. Now you will. Finally, God is exposing this woman. The one who smiled in pictures with you while planting seeds of confusion behind your back. The one who called you family while hoping for your fall. God says you won't have to confront her, heaven will. You won't have to prove your innocence, truth is revealing itself. You won't have to explain your side, the lie is unraveling on its own. You are about to be vindicated. There's more. There's someone else, a man, who will resurface soon. He carries guilt. Deep, quiet guilt. He doesn't say your name, but he thinks it often. He didn't protect you when he should have. He believed the wrong voice. He is realizing now, too late, what he lost. When he returns, you will feel many things. Nostalgia. Anger. Sadness. Longing. Don't be confused. God is not sending him back to stay. He's sending him back to show you how far you've come. You are not the same person he left. Your light is brighter. Your soul is wiser. Your heart is stronger. The next chapter of your life will not be built on begging. It will not be built on overgiving. It will not be built on betrayal masked as friendship. It will be built on truth, peace, real love, and yes, rest. Because the season of spiritual exhaustion is ending. Your new name is restoration. You were not crazy. You were not imagining it. You were right. About her. About the way they talked when you left the room. about the energy that shifted when you walked in, about the way people changed once you set boundaries, about the way someone tried to silence you, not because you were wrong, but because your voice carried truth that exposed their lie. You're not being punished. You're being purified. And in the quiet of the next few days, there will be signs, small, sacred signs, that you are on the right path. A feather where it doesn't belong. A sudden name you hear that you haven't heard in years. A dream you remember more vividly than you thought possible. These are not coincidences. These are love letters from the divine. From the one who is in heaven. From the one you loved so deeply, and who never stopped loving you. 3 hours left. Please don't skip this. You were meant to read this. Meant to receive it. Meant to feel it echo in the deepest parts of you that no one else sees. God will be with you. Rest assured. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are shielded. You are anointed. You are chosen. Pray. Trust. Stay awake. And let go of what heaven is removing. You're not losing. You're being released. Shoo. Can you hear it? It's the sound of chains breaking. It's the sound of truth rising. It's the sound of your soul finally being free. The angels are watching. The veil is thinner than ever. And your breakthrough is closer than you think. And the hourglass is thinning. The time has come to lift the veil that has covered your heart for too long. There are only 3 hours left, 3 sacred hours where the sky listens more intently, where heaven sends forth a soul who once walked by your side, now wrapped in divine light, begging you to hear this call. They have come not to disturb your peace, but to awaken it. They come with trembling urgency, whispering in the language of eternity, "Open this. Don't skip it. Please, not now." You have cried in places no one could see. You have buried the screams inside your chest and forced your eyes to smile when your soul could not. But the one who made you saw it all. The one who loved you before you loved yourself has sent this message. Because what was once hidden must be revealed. What was once silent must now speak. 3 hours. That's all. 3 hours to shift the entire weight of your spiritual path. 3 hours to wake up to what has been concealed. Finally, God is exposing this woman. This woman who has smiled in your face and sowed darkness behind your back. She has used your kindness as a disguise to fulfill her own emptiness. She took your secrets, not to keep them safe, but to carry them like knives into other rooms. Her prayers were never for your upliftment. They were incantations to block your joy. But God, in His mercy and justice, has waited for this precise moment to show you. Because what you could not see, he saw. What you could not hear, heaven recorded. She told others lies about your path, twisting your pain into stories that mocked your truth. But now, she trembles. Because the voice from heaven, the soul you loved and lost, is standing beside you in spirit, pulling you close, holding your hand, saying, "Please believe it. This isn't meant to hurt you. It's meant to heal you." She tried to take something that wasn't hers. It was your place. Your seat. Your divine appointment. But what God has marked with your name, no one can steal. And now, the scroll is being unsealed. You're about to find something, perhaps through a conversation, perhaps a misdelivered message, or something she carelessly left behind. Pay attention to what seems accidental. It isn't. It's divinely timed. She's been wearing your robe of favor, but the angels are pulling it back now. And it's not just her. There's more. There's a man connected to her who's been watching you in silence. He believed her words over your reality. But now, he's seeing through the fog. He's waking up from a long spell, and what he sees is shattering his pride. Because you were never the villain in this story. You were the prayer he forgot he made. Don't cry over their judgment. God has seen your tears, and He has bottled every one of them. He has whispered to the stars about your name, and they have held it with reverence. You're not crazy. You're not overthinking. You're not too sensitive. You are sensitive to the truth. That's why your spirit has been restless. Because something sacred inside you has known, there's more than what they say. 3 hours left. You will feel a shift. Maybe a name will come to your mind. Maybe you'll feel heat on your skin, though no one is around. That is the presence of the one in heaven. The one who has been assigned to protect you. They were once alive, walking beside you. Maybe a sibling. Maybe a mother or a friend. Maybe someone you never got to say goodbye to. But now, they carry your tears into the courts of heaven and plead on your behalf. They cried out this morning, give them one more sign. Let them see what was hidden. Let them know they are not alone. This is the sign. There's someone who has been draining your energy, but acting like they are refilling you. They compliment you, only to compete. They support you, only to sabotage. But God is showing you their fingerprints. He is unveiling every shadow they left in your home, your mind, your emotions. Someone is about to be removed from your life. It might feel sudden, but it's sacred. It might look like rejection, but it's rescue. God is not punishing you, He is preparing you. You will not be left empty. You will be poured into by new people, real ones, people who do not fear your light but honor it. Someone you love has tried to hide something painful from you. But they can't hide from God. He's been speaking to them in dreams. They're on the verge of confession. Their heart is melting under divine pressure. Be prepared. What they say might shock you, but it will also free you. It's the truth that finally unlocks the next season of your peace. And that house you thought you were going to lose? God is stepping in. He's overturning it. The document being written behind closed doors, the conversation you weren't invited to, the financial threat whispered between two people, God intercepted it. The outcome they planned is collapsing. You will see how close they came to taking it all, but failed. You'll know that it wasn't your fight, it was heaven's. And in this sacred hour, you are not alone. The air is heavy with angels. Listen closely. Even the silence is sacred right now. Someone in your circle has been jealous of your peace. Not your money, not your looks, your peace. They can't stand how you smile after everything you've survived. They want to replicate it, but they don't know it came from pain and prayer, not pretending. God is dealing with their heart, but He's also protecting yours. You might feel urged to pull away from someone. Obey that nudge. It's not fear, it's foresight. And the person in heaven wants you to know, you were never hard to love. You were just surrounded by people who didn't know how to love purely. They tried to shape you into someone else. But you were made by God's breath. You were never meant to shrink to fit someone's expectations. In 3 hours, something will happen. A call. A revelation. A tearful confession. A peace that comes out of nowhere. Don't resist it. Don't doubt it. Just receive. Because this is your moment. And heaven won't be silent anymore. If you believe in God, type Amen. Subscribe for more videos.